This is the first video of coordinate geometry series, and we are going to look into coordinates in this video. Okay, so we will look into basics of polar and Cartesian coordinates as well as the equation and some of the conversion. So let's start with the basics of both the coordinate system. This first one, or the basic one, is the Cartesian coordinate system, which is just x and y plane, right? X axis and y axis. Okay, you can represent any point using, let's say this is 1 2 3 1 2 3. For example, this point is 2 2, that means this is x axis and this is y axis. Similarly, for the polar coordinate system, both are useful in different applications. In polar coordinate system, we represent any point by the magnitude, that is called r, and the angle is theta. So if this is theta angle and the length of this point connecting from the origin is r, so this is r and theta. That's a basic. Now let's understand the relation between x, y and r theta. Suppose this is my x and y axis and you have any point here, any generic point. This is what? This is y, or height. This is x. This is r and theta. So if you know the basic trigonometry, x is the projection of this r cos theta, and y is r sin theta. What about r? The magnitude of r is, just by applying Pythagoras theorem, this is r square is x square plus y square. Not only sin and cos, you can write in terms of tan also. Tan of this angle is y over x. So these are the four important concepts that we will be using further in this video. So we'll start with some of the coordinate conversions, like converting from polar to Cartesian and Cartesian to polar and so on. So first problem, you can try solving. You can pause this video and try to solve. Anyway, I'm going to give the answer as well. So the coordinate is 2 and angle 2 pi over 3. This is in the form of r theta, or the polar. We have to convert into Cartesian form. How to do that? Here r is 2. This is very basic problem. We will move into advanced problems slowly. Okay, as we are covering basics, so obviously we need to cover one basic question. X is r cos theta. R is what? 2, and cos 2 pi over 3. Y is r sin theta, so 2 sin 2 pi over 3. And 2 pi over 3 is what? This is 2 cos 180 by 3 to 120 degree, right? 360 by 3, 120, and 2 sin 120. How to get this value? This is, you can use simple trigonometry calculation you can get this value, but I'll give you the, if you don't want to remember, you can do like this. If this is your unit circle, 120 is what? This is 90 plus 30, right? 90 plus 30. So this is 90 degree, this is 30 degree, and this is what? This is 60. Okay, and in any 60, 30, 90 triangle, you know the values of these lengths are, this is, if this is 1, this will be 1/2, and this will be root 3 over 2, right? You can use 30, 60, 90 triangle and try to make that. This is 60, this is 60, 1 1, this will be 1/2, right? And if this is 1, so this will be obviously root 3 over 2. Okay, if you know these basics, it's good. So 2 cos 120 is what? The base, right? Base is how much here? 1/2, and this is negative. So 2 times negative 1/2 is -1, and 2 sin 120 is what? The height. Height is positive. Positive of what? Root 3 over 2. Root 3. So the answer is -1 and square root of 3. Moving to next question. Try to convert this polar coordinate into Cartesian coordinate. You can pause this video and try to solve it. Tan inverse 3 over 4 minus pi. Alright, so let's try to solve this problem. So this is theta, right? Theta or angle, and this is the magnitude, and this is angle. We need to convert into Cartesian or xy coordinate system. This angle has two parts. Let's keep this as alpha. So tan of alpha is 3 over 4, and this is very well known triangle, right? This is 3, 4 and 5. So what is the x coordinate? X is r 5 cos of this theta, right? Or you can say alpha minus pi. And what about cos of negative theta? I always draw this. I try not to memorize as many as things possible. So if this is theta and this is negative theta and something else, this theta, okay, this is pi minus theta, right? Pi minus theta. So here if you see, if you can subtract it, right? Or you can negate it, 5 of cos pi minus alpha, because cos of minus theta is same, the base is same, right? Base is same, this is reflection. And pi minus alpha is what? This is negative of this, because if you see it carefully, this is theta, this is theta, this is pi minus theta, right? This is pi minus theta. So the base is, if this is plus, this is negative. So we can write this as negative 5 of cos of alpha. Cos of alpha is what? Cos of alpha is 4 over 5. So minus 5, 4 over 5. This is negative 1. Similarly for y coordinate, y is 5 sine of pi minus alpha. Pi minus alpha is the height is all here. If this is positive, here also positive, no change, right? So you can write this as 5 of sine pi minus, so not like this. So we are just negating it. So 5 sine pi minus alpha, and this is negative, right? So negative, your height is getting changed, sign is changing, so negative this thing. And pi minus alpha, the height remains same. This is positive, so this is positive. So this looks like negative 5 sine of alpha. Sine of alpha is what? 3 over 5, right? Minus 5, 3 over 5, and that is negative 3. So the solution is negative 1 and negative 3. Let's move to one more question before we move other way, I mean Cartesian to polar coordinate. You can try solving it and I'll be giving the answer. Pi minus tan inverse 5 over 12. This is also a famous triangle. This is 5, 12 and this is 13. Again the same concept here. X is r cos theta, 13 cos pi minus tan inverse 5 over 12. And I always draw this, I don't remember mostly. This is theta, this is pi minus theta. So cos sine will change. So you can write this as 13 or negative 13 cos of tan inverse 5 over 12, or this is theta, right? This is theta. Minus 13 cos theta is base over hypotenuse, right? So minus 13, negative 13 into 12 over 13, so that becomes negative 12. This is the x coordinate. Y coordinate, similarly we will make 13 sine of pi minus this angle 5 over 12. Pi minus the sign change, it's not changing, right? Height is positive, this y coordinate is positive. So we can simply write it as 13 sine of the angle itself. Inverse is always angle. So this angle, sine of this angle is 5 over 13. So 13 into 5 over 13 is 5. So the answer is what? Minus negative 12 and 5. So this is all about converting any polar coordinate to Cartesian. So the concept given are enough here so that you can solve any of the complex problems. Let's move to the next section of converting Cartesian coordinate to polar coordinates. Cartesian to polar. So the first problem is 2 and negative 2. Plotting on Cartesian is very easy, right? 2 and negative 2 is here. So we have to find the magnitude and this angle. Okay, angle will be obviously negative here. This is 2 and this is 2, and this is also a very famous triangle. If two length is same and this is 90 degree, this is what? Pi over 4, right? This angle is also pi over 4. So the angle theta is negative pi over 4. You always need to take care of the quadrant where this point is there. So this is 1 2 3 4, fourth quadrant, and the angle is negative. Magnitude is obviously 2 and 2, so you have to apply basic Pythagoras theorem. So r is 2 square plus 2 square, 2 root 2. It's a very basic question for just for the completeness. One more we can try just to see the sign value that we need to take care always. So negative 3 is here and 4 is somewhere maybe here. So this triangle is also famous triangle. 3 4, the magnitude is very easy, 5. This is always positive. Sometimes this is negative also. In that case we go backward, but that's fine. Mostly this is positive. If you read SL Loney book, it says negative r also. If we have this angle and if you write negative, then this, but don't go into that complexity. So this is 3 square plus 4 square, obviously that is 5. And angle is what? Angle is angle we don't know, right? Angle, this, suppose if this is theta, so angle is tan inverse of 4 over 3. But this is not right answer because you have to add or subtract here, right? This is pi, and actual angle, actual theta, or for this coordinate, this is the angle. So what is this angle? This is pi minus tan inverse 4 over 3. So the answer is 5 pi minus tan inverse 4 over 3. Like in the last video we did negative of theta, similarly we are doing here pi minus that angle. Alright, so we finished polar to Cartesian, Cartesian to polar. Now let's move into equations converting, and we can start with converting Cartesian form to polar. And we have few of the things we have to keep in mind. Sin theta, r square is x square plus y square, or maybe this tan theta is y over x. And some of I hope you understand basics of trigonometry. I'm not going to cover very detail of trigonometry. So first is converting Cartesian form to polar equation, right? Polar equation. So you can try solving this equation and pause this video, and once you're done you can match it, or if you don't understand you can try seeing the solution. So these all conversion problems are more of a substitution and solving the trig identities. So let's put x is what? X is r cos theta, right? Cube is y is r sin theta, square 2a minus x is r cos theta. And this is the solution actually, but we can simplify it in a better way. You can write this is r square cos square theta times r cos theta. Always try to see the pattern, and if something is cancelled out, that will simplify the problem. So this is what? 2a r sin square theta minus r square sine square theta, and this is r cos theta. Okay, something we have common here, so r cos theta, and inside r square cos square theta and sine square theta, right? So cos square theta plus sine square theta, you know, right, in unit circle. This is always 1, right? This base plus height square, Pythagoras, so r square. All right, I have taken this side, so is equal to 2a, this is r square, 2a r square sine square theta. This cancel out, so the answer is r cos theta is 2a sine square theta. This is what? This is polar form. This is the last question on converting Cartesian to polar coordinate. X square plus y square is a is some constant, okay? X square minus y square. You can try solving it. Pause this video. X square plus y square is straightforward r square, and a square, x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, so this is r square cos square theta minus r square sin square theta, and r square is cancelled, right? Here 1 power you can cut. R square is a square cos square theta and minus sin square theta. This is actually cos 2 theta, right? So this is the solution, a square cos 2 theta. Why this is cos 2 theta? This is basic trigonometry, right? Cos a plus b is what? Cos a cos b minus sin a into sin b, right? When a and b are same, cos square minus sin square. This is the last section of this video, polar equation to Cartesian, and this is the most interesting portion of this video. So the first problem is r is a sine of 2 theta. So as a trick, before I solve it, whenever you see any kind of this 2 theta, 3 theta, theta over 2, try to make it convert into theta, right? 3 theta or something like that, theta, so that you can break it, you can arrange it in terms of r cos theta and sin theta, so that you can get x and y. Okay, that is the trick here and basics of trigonometry. Before we solve this, let's try to see how does this look. R is a what? Sine 2 theta. Okay, this is Desmos you can use, or you can use any of the MATLAB or anything. A sine 2 theta, a sine 2 theta. Okay, and obviously a is constant, we need to put a is 1. You can enlarge it also. Let's enlarge it to some value, 4.4. Alright, so this is a plot of this equation, polar equation. R is a sine 2 theta, and when we solve this problem, or when we convert into Cartesian form or x and y, we will plot the same equation here and we will match whether our solution is correct or not. Let's solve it. Sine 2 theta is what? 2 sine theta into cos theta, right? 2a sine theta into cos theta. So trick here is to convert all these angle values into theta. Why this is sine theta into cos theta? The basics of trigonometry. Sine a plus b is what? Sine a into cos b plus cos b, cos b plus cos b into cos a into sine b. Okay, when a and b are both are same, this becomes 2, right? 2 sine a into cos a. Now another trick is, when you have sine theta and cos theta, you need to convert into r cos theta and r sin theta. So what you can do, you can multiply here r and here r. Alright, and when you multiply this side, you have to multiply this side also. So this is r cube is 2a r sin theta into r cos theta. 2a r sin theta is y and r cos theta is y. R cube is little bit still in polar form, right? But we know r is what? R is your x square plus y square, square root or 1 over 2. So this becomes 3 over 2 is, so solution is x square y square. Cube is 4a square x square y square. And let's try to see whether that is matching or not here. This is interesting, right? X square plus y square whole of cube. You can put equal sign, that's all that's allowed here. 4a square times x square y square. You see, both are same actually. If you put something else, right, 13 3 or maybe 7, the graph is different. This graph is same even if you hide this, right? This is the same. Just to confirm, this is the same thing, is update is happening. 4, if you put 5, these are different. So Cartesian form, polar form, and both are equal. Two more questions. Second question is r 1/2 times cos theta over 2 is a square root. As I said in the last video, you always have to convert this to theta. Okay, how to do it? You can use that simple identity, this, right? Cos theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta, and you convert this 1 minus cos square theta. So this is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Cos square theta is what? 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Okay, basic trigonometry. Square root of r doesn't make any sense, so we can square both sides. R times cos square theta over 2 is a, and this becomes r what? 1 plus cos theta over 2 is 2a, or 2 this side. R plus r cos theta is or r is what? R cos theta is x, right? So you can write 2a minus r cos theta, that is x, and r is simply x square plus y square, square root, square both sides, so this becomes x square plus y square equals 4a square plus x square minus what? 4ax. This cancels out, so the final answer is y square minus plus 4ax equals 4a square. The last question, slightly lengthy one, but this also we will try to solve. We will visualize this in Desmos. Okay, calculation part, if you feel it lengthy, you can skip it. R cos 3 theta plus sin theta is equal to 5, some constant 5k sin theta into cos theta. So the idea here is to convert this 3 theta, 4 theta, 5 theta, whatever, to theta, right? And what is cos 3 theta? You don't need to memorize that. You can simply use cos a plus b formula. Even if you memorize that, you should remember the proof of that, why that happens. So you will get something like this. Sin, usually I unable to recall this, so I'm just writing it from my notebook. Okay, cos 3 theta is 4 cos cube minus 3 cos theta, and you have to just substitute here everything in terms of theta here, right? 3 theta to cos theta, you can just substitute here. R of cos 3 theta is 4 cos cube theta. Now this is just the manipulation problems. Plus 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta equals 5k sine into cos. And you see here also one thing, right? Whenever you have sine theta, cos theta, you just multiply it by r. This becomes x and y. Ultimately you need to get x and y only, right? So r into r, this becomes r cube. So 4, and here also this is becoming interesting, right? You see a pattern, r cos theta cube. So r cos theta whole cube, this is just replace it with x. 3r cube, so you can take 3r square, and here also r cos theta and r sin theta, so this will become r cos theta. I'm writing in terms of r cos and sine because that will become x and y. Alright, we are almost done. 4 r sine theta whole cube is same thing. Okay, just replace it. Just replace these terms. So this becomes 4x cube minus 3 r square is x square plus y square, x minus y minus 4 of y cube is 5k x and y. Very simple. Now if you simplify this, this will become, I'll give the final answer. This will become x cube minus y cube plus 3x square y minus 3x square is 5k. That was 5k, right? Yeah, 5k x and y. In fact, you can try visualizing this in the decimals as well, this equation. And what was the equation? R cos 3 theta plus sine 3 theta is 5k sine theta and cos theta. Okay, try using this. And with this note, thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye.